Hey everyone, June here, and I just finished watching Boruto episode 3, but I know I didn't review episode 2, so I'm gonna take like a minute or two just to summarize my thoughts on episode 2. So let's begin. So episode 2, I'm sure everyone has seen it. The majority of it is just Boruto fighting Iwabe, or the older kid that couldn't graduate or whatever. Yep, the animation totally downgraded for that. All the soundtracks were, I believe they were new. They weren't used in the original Naruto, so bravo to that. The outro, not sticking with me, but other than mechanically the show, when they started describing chakra and using disguise jutsu, substitution jutsu, just like the original Naruto, you know that this show is for a new generation. And you know what? I'm fine with that because at the end of Naruto, it was basically not really watchable for kids to jump right into the show. It was way too complex. So this was a good way to bring them in and start buying their merchandise, I guess. But yeah. And at the end of the day, the theme was not really like, oh, we should make as many friends as possible, just like back in Naruto. But instead, it has a stronger feeling of, I won't give up. Well, Naruto did have that theme, but that theme didn't exactly come in until like way later on, even though it was on episode 1, but it wasn't. The theme kind of disappeared until they started fighting Zabuza in the original show. But yeah, at the end of this episode 2, I would give it a 6 out of 10. Alright, on to the Meteor episode 3. Meteor. Like beefier, not... Never mind, whatever. So, in episode 3, I had to write down some notes. Like, when was Shino ever a troublemaker? He said that he had his fair share of pranks back when he was a kid, but he was always, I don't want to say he's shy, but he was always keeping it to himself. So, when did he ever cause trouble? Unless he did during the academy days, which I didn't exactly see it because there wasn't much of the academy days back then other than like watching fillers. But yeah, this episode was really about Boruto and friends. Like it was literally just all of the main friends of Boruto had a spotlight of a sort. Other than Sarada, but which is fine because they still have a lot of filler episodes to fill it in, so she's gonna be on the next episode. She's basically gonna be the main character of the next episode, so whatever. But yeah, it really did show them like that they were all close friends even before going into academy, and when they go into the academy, they became even stronger, like bonds, like created stronger bonds as friends, as opposed to the original Naruto show, which it wasn't entirely described. Like I was so confused back then that they were all good friends with each other and that they all pull pranks with each other, like Shikamaru and Naruto. But yeah, in the first episode of Naruto, they basically graduated. Or about to graduate from the academy, so maybe that's why. So in this show, they gotta put a lot more of the supporting characters in so that they could become extremely relevant in like time skip or maybe later on in the show. Who knows? And I know this is a bit weird, but Metal Lee's like curse mark thing, or the curse little demon thing that possessed him, and when he activated a tiny bit of that 8 gates power, it seriously made me think, is everyone like, okay, so I know I'm jumping around, but in the beginning of episode 1 of Boruto, you only see Kawaki and Boruto activating their curse mark, and why am I saying like there's a curse mark type thing for Metal Lee? It's because Denki in the first episode, you could see that a little bit of a mark came out of nowhere when that demon thing possessed Denki. So I'm extremely sure that that Metal Lee had a little mark as well when he got possessed by the demon thing. Whatever. So that seriously gets me wondering: is Boruto and his friends going to be like getting support from this new curse mark thing that's gonna boost their power, even though they're very young? Like, are they gonna be even more powerful than Naruto before Naruto Shippuden? I don't know. It'll be super cool if they all power up level wise, because Naruto, he had the Nine-Tailed Fox in Naruto Shippuden, but he didn't exactly use it full power after, until like after fighting and beating Pain. So Boruto doesn't exactly have any like special powers other than maybe his like diluted Byakugan. I'll get more into that. But are they all going to like progress? Like, is their power going to progress on the same level together, opposed to like how Naruto basically became a powerhouse by the end of the show and all their friends are just like little chumps basically? I don't know. That's just my thought. Yeah, so I don't know. And when Shikamaru was talking about like, at least you're gonna become someone that knows how to apologize and you got a good heart and stuff like that, is he referencing Sasuke? Like, is he low-key trying to jab at Sasuke? Because that is actually pretty funny, because Shikamaru didn't exactly have the best relationship with Sasuke. Even when they were going to rescue Sasuke from Orochimaru, remember that little team that Naruto formed to, you know, rescue Sasuke and all that? But I don't know, that was a pretty funny jab. But yeah, you get to see more of Tamari. You know, Shikadai's mom. She didn't really have much of a character, which is fine. I mean, this is a show about the next generation. I'm pretty sure the little kids that are watching the show, they barely know about Shikamaru and Tamari and all of them, so whatever, it's all good. But yeah, Boruto's eye, like his one eye that's a Byakugan, how does that work? Like, consistently you would see it activating when it senses a strange chakra. Like, I read on the wiki, I know wiki isn't exactly the most reliable, but it does seem like decently reliable when they said that in the novel, whenever there's someone that has like a diluted bloodline, they would get one Byakugan opposed to having two. But that seriously makes me think, is Boruto's eye like a little bit mixed of like Naruto's like bloodline and Hyuga bloodline? It could be possible. Like, Boruto's eye literally just sees like the special chakra. It doesn't see any other chakra. It doesn't see chakra points, and it has a different shading to his eye. So that is seriously interesting to me. And my ultimate question is, when does the Byakugan like manifest? Like, what age does it manifest for Hyuga families? Because I don't believe that Hinata activated her Byakugan during the Academy days. I could be totally wrong. I didn't watch all the filler episodes. Neji, he's talented, so I'm pretty sure he activated it at a very young age. So it could be like a different age type of thing, but since Boruto is around that age area, it would make sense that he would activate it, but it seems so inconsistent as to when he would activate it. Like, he would only activate it during like when he senses that special chakra, unless he could somehow activate it through the curse mark thing that he would receive, like what you would see in the first episode's beginning. So yeah, I don't know, that seems kind of cool. And when he asked his mom, like, what does the Byakugan do? She said that the Byakugan could see very far distance, which Boruto's eyes can't do that. And it could see chakras, which Boruto's eye can do that, but I'm extremely sure that Boruto has a different interpretation, because he could see chakra too, but not like the main Byakugan does. So I don't know, I could be rambling on. That's actually like a really cool theory to just go on and on about. And the last thing that I really want to talk about, like the last most important thing, is that Naruto and Boruto's relationship feels so tacked on. I know they have to tack it on just so it could represent it in the film. I don't know, it still feels a bit tacked on. It's a short little minute or two, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Maybe it'll show some importance later on down the show, but as of now, it doesn't seem that all well done. So yeah, and I guess, like, my personal opinion of this episode had a lot of information for you to chew on, so I really like it. But the animation still feels like the same as episode 2, as opposed to episode 1, which episode 1 is technically like a pilot, quote unquote, episode. So they kind of have to show off their animation, but in this episode, like, the animation just feels so downgraded. Like, I don't know, it's a filler episode. They know they're not gonna put super amount of animation into it and they'll make money. So yeah, at the end of the day, this episode is good, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, it's nothing too awesome, but it is like really good view into Boruto's world and the new incoming dangers and all that. Oh man, that was a lot of info to go through. And as for the next episode, there was a little preview of it. It's gonna be about Sarada, Sasuke's daughter. I know she's not gonna have like the Sharingan activated already, because the way that Sasuke activated his was through hate, and I'm sure she's not gonna activate it that early, unless her I was about to say Byakugan. Unless Sarada's Sharingan is activated during Naruto Gaiden, from the manga, when Sasuke attacks her. But whatever, that could just be me, theorizing and all that. But yeah, thank you for watching this episode. That was a lot of info to go through. I know I said that 3 times. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, see what I got wrong. I could be having a shit ton of things that I got wrong, but yeah. You know what? Just put all of the comments that you theorize on, because I'm not even sure how many people would comment on this, but whatever, Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Maybe. Yeah, see ya. Bye.